Alright guys, so welcome to today's video. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to identify the right stocks to trade in the morning. I'm going to show you 3 free tools you can use and walk you through step by step how to create a watch list, how to analyze the stock that you picked. We're also going to cover a key long and short strategy you can implement today. We're going to look at the catalyst, some key terms that you need to look for while you're doing your analysis of the stock that you want to trade. So make sure you grab your pen and pad because I'm going to break down every single thing in less than 15 minutes, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, let's go right into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing that I'm going to cover is how to find the right stocks to trade. So since we're focused on day trading, we're going to identify stocks that are either gapping up or down. So I'm going to show you 3 tools and 3 websites that you can visit to get that information. Now the first one is going to be stockmarketwatch.com. So you can go specifically to that website. You can click on the pre-market and it's going to show you the top percent, top gaining stocks and top losing stock for the day. So you can go there before the market opens and pre-market, specifically the 30 minutes before the market open. You can either go an hour before market open. You can still get the data that you are looking for within the website. So you scroll down, you can click on the pre-market highs, and once you go to the website, you're going to see the top percent, the top gaining stocks and the top losing stocks. Specifically for this video, I'm going to focus on the top gaining stocks. So we have, since we're trading penny stocks, we're specifically looking for stocks that are $5 and below that. Sometimes there might not be stocks that are below or that fits our criteria, so we can actually extend it to $10. But today we have a few stocks that we can put on our watch list. So we can see over here CINT, the percent change that get gapped up at 36.33%, and we have PIRS also 9.47%. We have MCC, we got MDLY. So these are the penny stocks that are gapping up. So the other thing that we need to look for is the volume. So we need to focus on the volume. Sometimes the volume can be very, very low, but the criteria is you need at least stocks that are trading above 45,000 shares traded pre-market to put them on your watch list. That is really, really important, guys. So you don't want to put AVXL because it's only trading 1,410. There's not going to be enough volatility present after when the market opens. There's not going to be price movement up and down. There's not going to be a liquidity for us to get in and out. So we need to focus on the stocks that have more than above at least 45,000 to over here S90, like to whatever. Sometimes it can have 1 million. If there's a good news present, the stock can have a lot of pre-market volume present. Now, after we identify this pre-market, we can go to the second place, which is the free tool, the second free website that we can use. It's called finviz.com. So now Finviz is not going to show you the pre-market gappers or the gap down stocks. However, after the market opens, within 20 minutes or 15 minutes, all of these data is going to be available to you. The top percent gainers, the new high of the day, the usually overbought stocks, and the losers, and all the earnings over here that you can each see over here. The major news, all this stuff's going to be available after 15 to 20 minutes after the market opens. But we picked the stocks that we're going to watch from our website, from the stockmarketwatch.com. We picked SINT and PIRS. So let's pick PIRS. So we're going to come to finviz.com and type in PIRS because we need to identify why did the stock gap up. So now we're looking for a catalyst. Usually if you take a biology or chemistry class in high school and college, a catalyst is something that speeds up a chemical reaction. So for stocks, it's kind of the same thing. If there is a news, for example, if a stock is a healthcare stock, like over here, this is a healthcare within the healthcare sector. If there's any kind of news related to FDA, then that is going to really affect the stock either positively or negatively. And there's going to be a huge imbalance of supply and demand created. So that we call that as a catalyst. That news is called a catalyst in the stock market terms, So the catalyst over here, we can identify why the stock is gapping up over here by looking at the news. So when you come to the website, FinViz, you search, you scroll over here, you can see over here July 29, PRS stock surging on promising drug data ahead of earnings. So there's a data that they released from the stock that there's going to be a good promising data ahead of their earnings. Now the other thing that we need to identify is the other website that we can go to actually do some charting, or any other thing that we can use is we can go to tradingview.com. This is also a free website that we can go to do our analysis of technical analysis. So after we picked our stock, we figured out why the stock is gapping up, we got the news. If you want to do some quick analysis about the stock, we can type in PIRS on our watch list. This is a free tool. We can type it in. We can look at the 1 year chart. What is the stock doing? So we can see over here the stock went up and then went down. Now it's consolidated in this area. It's moving up. We can also check the 5-year chart. What the stock has been doing. You can look at the all-time chart. You can do a lot of analysis using this free tool. However, this free tool does not have the pre-market action set up with it. So what we need to do is you can actually use Thinkorswim to get the pre-market price movement fluctuations and things like that, so you can draw your support resistance levels. But just for the basic thing, you can just do your analysis if you don't want to use Thinkorswim. So these are the top 3 tools that I'm going to cover that you guys can use to identify the stock, to identify and use to day trade your stock. So we identified that. Now the other thing that I'm going to cover is the terms. What are the key terms and what are the key fundamental things that we need to know about the stock. So we picked PIRS. So the main thing we need to understand is the share. The share outstanding of the stock is 50.87 million, and the share of the float is 49.15 million. So that means the available shares available for the public people to buy and sell is 49.15 million, and the short of the float is 3.94%. So out of the 49 million or the 50 million, 3.94% of that is held by short sellers. That means there are people that are betting that the stock is going to go down. And the other important thing that we need to know is if the stock is owned by institutions or insider ownership. So 0.23% of the stock is owned by the insiders. That means the CEOs and the CFOs and the employees. And the institution ownership is 61.7%, because sometimes if there's not a lot of institution ownership or insider ownership, there's going to be a lot of retail investors involved. That means people that are just buying it and holding it in their brokerage accounts. So that those stocks' behavior can really affect how the price can move. So this key terms are really important to know where this stock, where the majority of the portion of the stock is held. The other important thing is also to identify the fundamental aspect of it is the market cap. Market cap is 271 million. The income for the stock is 28.4 million. The other thing that we need to know is what is the average true range. That means on average, on a daily basis, the stock moved 30 cents. So we can actually calculate our risk management, our risk per trade based off of this ATR, average true range. And the other important thing that we need to look at is the volume. On average, the stock has 488,000 traded per day, but today there's a special news that came out. So we have 5.2 million shares of the stock has been traded today. So that is a huge difference. So now let's go to Also, before we move on, you can also go to Twitter to get specific information about the stock, why the stock is gapping up, why the stock is gapping down, and get all that information. This is also, there's a feed over here from StockTwist's website about, you know, people's opinions about the stock, you know, so you can get that feed too. So now let's move on to Thinkorswim, and I'm going to show you exactly the strategy that you can use to determine, and also the key support resistance levels, so we can mark, so we can place our day trades. So now I'm going to show you a long and a short strategy, and also identify the support and resistance levels that we can use to place our trades on. So we picked PIRS and SINT from the website, from the pre-market gappers. So I'm going to show you first for PIRS. So this is the daily chart. As you can see over here, the volume is a lot. So this stock has never seen this kind of volume in a very, very long time. So you want to look at the volume bars over here and determine what are the price actions that happened when the volume actually had this substantial amount of volume. So over here, when it had a lot of volume, after those few days, the stock tried to break out of this area, which was $5.82. So we can use this area as an area of resistance, and if it breaks out of this area, we can use this as area of support. But now, after we determine this, we're going to look at the daily chart, and the most important part within the intraday chart is the pre-market high. So we need to figure out where the pre-market highs is. We mark the pre-market highs, and we're going to level how the price reacts. So this is the stock, the price that we leveled from the daily chart, and this is the pre-market highs. As you see, the volume is not that much, but this is important. It hit this price point and pulled back. And the strategy, if you want to go long, if you want to buy the stock, is you need to wait at least 15 minutes, see how the stock reacts, see if the volume increases. Since the volume kind of like decreased, but the stock is still maintaining above the pre-market highs, so that is a sign of bullish. So you want to get an opportunity to buy the stock. Like for example, it broke out over here and it pulled back, so you can actually you can buy the stock if it held this area of the pre-market, and you can get on the dips to actually sell to the price target, which is the price that we marked over here. So you can sell into this area, buy over here, sell over there. So this is going to be also, if it goes over here, if it holds it, you can buy it, you can sell the highs, and if you want to short it too, but I do not suggest you shorting on the first green day. You need to wait for the stock to have a very, very red day for you to start shorting. Now on the other hand, the other stock that we were watching was that we picked from our watch list from the pre-market was CINT. Now CINT has an opposite story. Let's look at the 1-year chart to determine the key price levels from the daily chart, support, resistance, price levels. As you can see over here, the stock was really just beaten down a lot. It actually has a reverse a split. So that's why the stock was actually going up like crazy like that. So let's look at since we cannot identify let's look at the 3-year chart. So just as a pointer, when we mark the support resistance, we're calling them areas. So we're not looking specifically for a price, we're looking for an area of supply and demand. So as you can see over here, there's definitely an area of supply of demand over here for the stock. When there's this huge substantial amount of volume that came, it actually went all the way to this price and it just sold off. So there's definitely a lot of supply on this price point of $4.06. So we can use this as an area of resistance or support depending upon what the stock does intraday. So let's look at the 3-minute chart for intraday. And I'm sorry that I'm saying so a lot. I just noticed that. Now, as you can see, it had a pre-market highs, $5.50. if it would break this price level and we wait 15 minutes, and if the stock does not decline down, it just continues to trend up, that is the buying opportunities. However, since it's going down, we are looking for the price points we are going to have an opportunity to short. So if we're looking to short, this is the price that we've marked from the daily chart. So we have $4.02. So we can use this price point as a resistance level. Once it breaks, it starts to tank down. It cannot hold this area, so we can use this as area of resistance to short the stock. But as you can see over here, the volume also started to fade and the stock is just not doing substantially very well. So these are the two strategies that you can use based off of using the pre-market highs and also using the daily chart support resistance levels. If you want to see example after example, I have a day trading playlist. There's going to be a link. I'm going to share that link so you can be able to see example after example, me taking trades every single day, and how I properly manage those trades too. Waiting 15 minutes, taking those trades. So I hope this video helps you out. Hope you understand exactly how to find the right stocks to trade, the free tools that you can use, how to identify the key catalysts, and how to determine key support resistance levels of the stock. And hope this thing breaks. Hope this video helped you out a lot. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.